We're west of Preston, and Dan and I are going to float a stretch. It's about 5 hours, and Dan's pulling the kayaks off. And he's not a Duke fan. He wants everyone not a Duke fan, but he borrowed a shirt that I got somewhere. I think it might have been one of my daughter's friends or something. So anyway, we're going to float 5 hours. We've had success here in the past. I have not fished this water this year, and but the watercolor's right, and we've had some cloud cover, so I'm hoping that we have a great time. I'm going to try to document a lot of the fish that we catch, and which means that whatever number we catch, you could probably add about 25 to 35% of that, add that number, because I'll be filming when I could be fishing. And so maybe if we catch 10, we probably would have caught 15, but I think we're going to do better than that. So we'll just document it as we go.
20 fish.
20 fish, that's where we're at. These are our kayaks we're using. Dan's got the keepers in the back open. You'll notice that his wallet is in a plastic bag, snacks in plastic bag. We'll put everything in these and carry these along with us. We're fishing an area of the Root River that's west of Preston. We're starting out at Carmona Bridge. This is a weekend, this is Saturday, and most people come down here during this weekend in the Lanesboro area. They'll be on tubes. Even from Preston, there'll be a lot of people on tubes and canoes and kayaks. And a lot of time fishermen do not want to come down to the Preston area on the weekend because the water gets messed up. But we've come several miles to the west of Preston. We're on the South Fork of the Root River. And we're going to put in, I doubt we'll see 5 people on this trip, even though it's a Saturday afternoon. It's partly cloudy, so you can see it's a beautiful day. We have had a lot of cloud cover. We're going to be in a lot of shade because this is a narrower stream area, and it should be a really, really good trip. I'm hoping we have a lot to put on the camera today. I do have a story to tell about this strip of water. Last year I came down with another friend, and it was that year. Last year was almost no rain. It was drought conditions, and this is a 5-hour strip of water. And Dan and I need to do this in 5 hours because it's 3 o'clock.
It'll be too late then.
But last year it took us 9 hours to do this strip. So if it takes Dan and me 9 hours, we're not going to get home till sometime in the morning.
We're going to be lost.
So anyway, we're going to do our best to not spend that much time on the river. And we're going to use these to sit on. We both are pretty comfortable with not having a life jacket on us, but we got to have them in the kayaks with us.
I can't swim.
And so we sit on them and make a little nice cushion. The other thing I mentioned too is all of my cell phone, wallet, and everything I put into a plastic bag, zip baggie, and put them in my pocket. We've had people turn their canoes over when I've been with them, kayaks, get water in them, get out, get in water up to your waist, forgetting that your phone is in your pocket. I've never had anyone have a phone or a wallet get wet when I use a baggie. So just a little hint for if you're canoeing or kayaking. All right, Dan the man just broke the ice on his kayak.
Lester's already caught 2.
I've got 2. I put one back. Here's the other one that I just caught right here. That's a keeper. I think he's about 11, and Dan's is probably about 10. And I think Dan's actually thinking of throwing his back because it looks like it's going to be an awesome, awesome day. Super.
And here he goes.
And back in the water.
Nice little.
So I'm gonna film Dan. We're gonna fish a wall up here, and since I'm obviously the superior fisherman, it's gonna be I'm gonna film Dan. We're gonna see if Dad could demonstrate for the camera one from beginning to end. So if he fails me, he's gonna have to hold the camera and let me show him a trick or two. There he is.
Little guy, but
That's all right.
there he is.
There he is. Got him on film.
And he didn't swallow it, so that's good.
Be able to release him.
Gotcha.
There he is, right there. First cast in this rapids area.
How big is he? About 8 inches?
Yeah, about 8 inches. Try to take this hook out without hurting him. But anyway, it's a small one. But I caught one about 16 out of this pool, I think two years ago. Where we're going to be aiming for is that eddy. We're at the bottom of a rapids, and there's a backwater right over there in that corner that looks deep enough to hold a trout. So I'm going to be trying to hit that. Didn't quite make it that time. Check my line, make sure everything's clear. Still wasn't quite the distance I want. One more go here. Too much. There he is. You got
Oh, he had it.
Yep.
There he is.
All right, bring him in. Hold him out for me. Super. Right there. Well, obviously Dan is still out in this deep pool fishing. There used to be a really large rope swing here. This pool right here is about 15 feet deep, and it's one of the biggest on the river, if not the biggest. And we're about midway through the trip. And how many have we caught, Dan?
11.
So we've got 11. And we've kept these that are on the stringer here. We've caught 5. This is the biggest one so far. Dan caught this one. It's about 12.5 inches long. So a nice sized fish. I kept this one. He's kind of small, but it's a rainbow. Most of the rainbows are stocked fish, and they're not gonna live real long. So I'm gonna get these in the water a little bit more. I'm gonna get back out in the kayak and get these back in the water. All right, well, we caught 22. We got here just before dark. It's a beautiful moon, but we really didn't want to be running the rapids in the dark. So the last probably half mile, we were just paddling to get back to where the waiting car was, the one that we were using as the pickup vehicle. And then I'm going to hold these up here. You can see that, yeah, they're still good and alive because I had them with me on the. But yeah, there's 7 that we kept, and then this one is the one that Dan caught right here, and that one was 12.5 inches long. So it was a great trip. It took us about, Dan and I really took our time for a while. It took us about 6.5 hours. If you're really pushing it, you can make it in 5.5 hours or so, but anyway, it was a great trip. So I'm gonna take these, give Dan some of these for him and his family. I'm gonna take some home, and then hopefully in the next day or so I'll be able to make a meal and show everyone how to prepare fresh trout. These are mainly browns, and I caught 1 rainbow and kept it right there, but most of these are browns. So it was an awesome trip. I'm glad you guys could join us for our trip down the south branch of the River.